which takes us out of that and into Cringe of the Week. Our first clip of Cringe of the Week, racist Muppets.
The Muppets just keep following us.
We can't get away from Muppet stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Every week there's something that involves the Muppets. This time it was a Sesame Place. Is that what it's called?
Sesame Street?
Sesame Street Land.
Sesame Place.
I thought it would be Sesame Place. Sesame Street Land. It's like a theme park in Philadelphia. And here's the video.
Wait, this is called Sesame Street Land or something? There's
Something like
a place?
that, yeah.
I thought this was just like a parade. But anyway, here's the video.
Oh, maybe it is. So there's a Muppet, some sort of Muppet, and
There's some sort of teenager.
yeah, there's some sort of theater kid stuffed in a fur costume in July, where who knows where the head hole is, where they can see out of.
Who knows how sticky this guy's blood is
Yeah,
at this point.
So the Muppets are being accused of racism because this Muppet didn't say hello or give a high five to the black children, but did to the white children.
Yeah,
They were accused of racism. Talk about jumping to conclusions.
I know.
It's like you had this little interaction that like the kids probably barely even noticed.
Yeah.
And then you jump to the conclusion like, oh, whoever's in that costume hates black people.
Yeah, take off the head.
In Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Hates black people. That's what the problem is. Teach your kids that. That's a good lesson. And the theme park immediately started apologizing profusely.
Of course.
I'm sorry. We're looking into it. And then they said this the no that they did, it wasn't to the high five. I think one of the kids was like this, trying to get picked up. And their rule is they don't pick up children.
Makes sense.
So it's like, was it just some theater kid wearing a fur outfit in the summer
With like this much visibility.
who's like looking around and like there's, people at all different levels? Or does the person in this fur costume in the summer just hate black people?
Takes off the hat, the helmet. It's Derek from American History X. Just like, not welcome.
I'm not shaking your hand.
What do you think is happening here, people? So
exactly. Is there an old Asian lady under the costume?
yeah, she's got a vendetta since her cart got stolen and she got kicked on the curb.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's like racism. When racism is at the front of your brain, then that racism section of your brain keeps getting activated, keeps going up and up. And one of the funny things is this is Baller Alert, who was really spreading this, right?
Mm-hmm. They're the same ones that did last week's.
Exactly. So they kind of go like racism ? And it's like Baller Alert. Like if you're a baller, you're not being victimized all the time. Not everything's racism. Ballers don't care about
Ballers overcome adversity.
That's what I'm saying. So
Ballers don't make excuses.
So I don't know, maybe change the name of the account to Racism Alert or something, because that seems like that's what they're up to. And yeah, I mean, it's just so inconclusive. Like you take a 3-second video clip and it's like, what? We're going to ruin this theme park. Next thing you know, it's going to be like Unmask Elmo or whoever it was. Let's show who that kid was. And it's like some pimply girl. It's not even a guy. It's like some girl.
100%. And to jump to that conclusion, it's racism. It's like I think there's bigger problems in Philadelphia.
Life must be awesome if that's your biggest worry.
And they're just getting the last bits of racism out. And it's hidden under the costumes.
Yeah, we got to look under the rug. That's racism. Boom. It's like, the streets are filled with gold. Everyone's rich. The per capita income is like $500,000 in Philadelphia.
There's no crime anymore.
Life is good. Yeah, property crime's at an all-time low. No murders.
And we're just getting the last few racists out, wherever they're hiding.
Once we get those out, the utopia will be achieved. So
basically what they're going for. Yes, moving on. There was a 16-year-old street reporter in Australia who did a really good job. Check out this clip.
Do you think we should have the right over our bodies?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So you don't think the government should tell you what you do with your body?
No.
They have no
It's not
right.
their body.
Yeah, especially because a lot of the country's run by men. They don't really have a say.
I don't get it. No.
So what do you think about vaccine mandates?
I'm with them.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah. They protect lives.
Okay. You don't think we should have a choice to get a vaccine or not? You think we should just all be forced to get them?
Abortions don't kill people.
He just starts laughing.
Shit.
The
God.
abortions don't kill people.
I mean, and that's the meme, right? That's what everybody says, but it's like to get that perfect clip of like the brain not computing.
And then you're the 16-year-olds. They think like, oh, this is like a cute kid. I'll humor him and do his interview.
Yeah.
And then he just roasts you.
He just pulls out the baseball bat.
So if you guys know this kid, please connect me with him. We want to do a collab. If you're this kid, let me know. We'll send you a base mug and we'll do a collab.
Yeah.
We need to get you back on the streets under the Fleccas Talks umbrella in a way you're comfortable with.
Smart.
Yeah. He's good.
Yeah,
he has it.
I mean, that's the easiest Chinese finger trap ever too. It's just nobody dies. Like so many people just died from COVID. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Next clip, the what are your pronouns clip. This is a pretty interesting dichotomy.
Yeah.
How like the world looks at this stuff.
You're asking for a lot of vocab help today. It seems like you're branching out.
But I'm getting them all right.
Dichotomy, yeah, that's pretty good.
Exemplifies.
All right, so he's asking people, what are your pronouns?
What are your pronouns?
She, her.
Why?
Because I want them to be she, her.
He, him.
Why?
Low-key, I thought about going they, them because I'm not a fan of patriarchy, but it didn't really work out, so he, him.
Okay. What are your pronouns?
I go for and that's like the easiest ones.
What are your pronouns?
Beautiful, gorgeous.
Why?
Because I like, and you need to respect
Thank you, beautiful.
Funny. Everyone takes it as a joke. The only people that don't are that horrible girl in the beginning and her bitch boy boyfriend. I'm kind of against the patriarchy. Yeah. That's why it's schizo season, boys.
Yeah.
That's whose lunch we're eating.
Yeah. That guy's not working on anything. He has no masterpiece. He's got no thesis coming. He's waving with the breeze.
He's getting oppressed too much.
Yeah.
Things are too bad and against him. He can't do anything. This is the hardest life has ever been for people.
He's not carving anything out of marble. He's not putting a mosaic on display. He's just doing whatever he's told.
Learn the piano.
Doesn't have time.
The white keys all in the black keys are smaller.
And they're separated.
They're separated.
Oh my God.
He can. Next thing we had this is from last week, but we had to cover it. There was a reception at the French residence. I think it's where like Macron lives.
Yeah.
And our U.S. representatives were these two. Our favorite. These are some favorites. The trans Matt Damon.
This makes it fun. This makes it easy.
I don't want to I know it looks bad for America, but I love this shit.
Yeah.
I really love this shit.
I wish more people would see it. I wish it would be everywhere.
Yeah.
We should be promoting this.
So we have the trans Matt Damon, and then we also have Sheriff Levine.
Yeah. Admiral. Cadet. Commander.
It's really, that's who represents America. And then we have like a meeting or something, and we have a guy with lipstick, and this other guy in a dress. And it's just that just sets the tone for everything. This is America. This is who we're dealing with.
You know, a lot of people DM'd me. I posted this to my story. I'm sure you did too. And it's like the dude on the Matt Damon on the right. Shoes don't match anything. Like I dress like a girl. It's like you don't dress like a girl. You don't match. You're like you dress how a guy dresses like a girl. Just picking random colors and shades and not getting anywhere.
That's exactly right. He has no class.
Off the rack
no
shit,
sophistication.
TJ Maxx.
I'm going to wear pink high heels. Someone messaged me about his makeup and said, when you do makeup, I think the word they used was focal points. You can like pick one focal point for your face.
Like your cheeks. You want to bring your cheeks
or
out.
your eyes or whatever. And then once you do more than one, you look cheap.
And that's what he's been up to?
That's what he's been up to. He looks cheap.
Ladies of the pod.
Yeah. Are we right?
Are we right or what?
It's like, okay, as a guy in a dress and lipstick and high heels and all this makeup, this glam makeup, is that even aesthetically sound?
I don't think it is.
It's not.
And
so it's embarrassing on multiple levels.
Yeah.
You don't even know how to dress like a...
Our cross-dressers aren't even good. We're not sending our best.
We're not sending our best at all.
And then Admiral Levine has the skirt. Like, it's funny because it's the whole outfit. It's the same as a man, but then it's just the skirt and then those presumably hairy legs are covered by those thick leggings.
Those hairy legs.
Old Admiral Levine.
And those flat feet in those little, what are they called? Flats, those shoes?
Yeah. Looks like there's a little bit, like a little heel to it.
Just put my lady outfit on. What happened?
A lot of people are making jokes about how Admiral Levine is standing because like guys stand like this because they
have to make space.
They got to have some space. He can't just go tight. And that's dude 101 right there.
Yeah. It rings true. It's not cringe.
We came a long way from like sending Benjamin Franklin to France to go like negotiate on our behalf, right?
No, it's Benjamin Franklin in a dress.
Yeah.
Basically for that one lady.
Without any of the skills, knowledge, or anything. just in the dress.
All right, moving on. To close out Cringe of the Week, I found this story post on a page I follow that was very insightful, and it made a lot of sense, especially for what we're seeing now.
Okay.
With Cringe of the Week and Urban Decay and stuff. It was called the sin of empathy.
Okay.
From
Charismatic Calvinist.
Yes. You saw?
Yeah.
So basically, it's like talks about the difference between sympathy and empathy. So the quote is, sympathy is kind and compassionate while still being anchored to the truth. Empathy divorces truth from every situation, issuing kindness and support blindly. Empathy makes no attempt to verify the claims of the victim. Furthermore, it adds abuse to the truly victimized by offering condolences without change, action, and preparation. Lastly, empathy drags an emotionally healthy person to the lowest level, forcing them to grovel in self-pity instead of helping the hurting back to their feet. And then it says, empathy attempts to feel into one's situation, to understand where they are coming from, how their past excuses their present. Imagine a man drowning in a lake. Empathy jumps into the lake with him to understand what it feels like to be drowning. Empathy doesn't offer a solution because to suggest such would be condescending, superior, and demeaning. Don't try to fix me. You're no better than I am. Just feel bad for me and tell me that I'm the victim. Sympathy's heart breaks at the sight of a struggling man. She stands on dry ground and tosses out a life preserver that is anchored to a tree. Sympathy understands that to join a man in the water would be to jeopardize her own health and wouldn't be helpful to the man. Once a man is safe, sympathy asks the man what he can do next to avoid the situation and the danger in the future. Doesn't that kind of make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
And it's like people, that's what the Democrats obviously do the most. They try to get us to like feel for the situation, and then you're excusing the bad behavior. Oh, it's because of racism. Oh, it's because he said this or he said that.
Yeah, ask yourself why they're fleeing Mexico. It's like, we got our own problems here. We got to make a decision from the shore.
You got to make a decision from the shore, and if we're going to help, we have to have it anchored to the tree. We don't need to jump into the troubled waters with everybody else.
I think that's a brilliant point.
Thank you. Brilliant.
Well, you just read someone else's stuff.
We're going to do a review of the podcast. Brilliant. Richard Rapboy.